Welcome, Gemini. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, and I pulled for you for this new moon in Libra, the Sun card. This is affecting an area of your life's activities that has to do with the way that you create at a level that is highly imaginative and playful. You do this with your peers, with friends, those you're creatively, romantically, emotionally bonded to, and they allow you to relax into your creativity, to not concern yourself with what other people think as you are brainstorming or simply allowing yourself to bounce ideas around, perhaps play with ideas using a variety of mediums, technology or clay or numbers or sports as an activity that helps to stimulate the creative juices. This is really focusing on an area of your overall special talent or gift, something that you were born with, or something certainly that you may have emerged throughout your life. This most often appears when we're young because we're the most relaxed about who we are and the things that interest us, the things that we can do automatically that we haven't been told that we can't do. So there may be a link for you with your early childhood memories, talents that emerged very organically for you, and others noted your talent at that time, but it wasn't a block. It wasn't an expectation so that it didn't limit you. This is a general reading, Gemini. It isn't going to resonate for all of you. If you're interested in a personal reading, information for that is in the description box below. I welcome all of you that are new, those of you that are familiar with me, and I appreciate the time that you spend with me. So, in your 10th house, this is the house of your social identity, the way others see you. The Seven of Cups is describing an explosion of obstacles, or an explosion of opportunities, not obstacles, that emerge when you're not looking. This is if you are devoting yourself to simply being creative, explorative, discovering new things about yourself, picking up on the interest of like-minded individuals. And by the way, suddenly invitations and offers come towards you with things that may have once really turned your head, or that you felt would have marked some kind of plateau, peak, or success for you in some way. Those opportunities gifting you in that way may still be available, but you're not as distracted by the things that are representing rewards for you, because it appears as though you have a larger mission or goal before you that you understand allows you to reach for your potential through this gift or opportunity that you are manifesting yourself. This is coming out of a place where you are feeling really good, where you understand that this good feeling that you experience when you make, build, create, invent, it's the way that you always want to feel. And that's what is separating this particular opportunity or goal from the others. This represents a leveling up of your energy, of the version of yourself. This represents something you're willing to work hard for, even if it comes easily to you. So you are being noticed and you are receiving invitations, but you are not being dissuaded from your real purpose or goal by those invitations, but rather you are looking at the way you perhaps could leverage those offers towards this greater goal that has greater meaning for you. And this playful energy that you're exhibiting, it almost has the magician vibe, is how other people see you, as playful, perhaps a little tricksterish in your talent, in your productivity, in a way that is teasing out the interest and offers of others, but really being selective about the path you choose moving forward. In the first house, the Six of Wands is reiterating in terms of your everyday experience, the kinds of successes and accomplishments you're achieving, the way that you're gaining the attention of others. And this is tends not to be focused around your ego drive. This tends not to be simply a look at me kind of strategy, but rather a sinking into the way that you like to work with others, a way that you would prefer to work, so that you are really committed to your team, your community, your collective, whoever constitutes the workers on a particular project or a job that you are focused on doing. And you really are doing your part well. And that success is translating into elevating the regard that your co-workers, teammates, colleagues have for you, the kind of respect that you're garnering from them that is worth more for you than any financial or material reward. In order to accomplish the goal that you have in sight, it is essential that you establish a working team, a clear understanding with others, a collaborative approach that signals a level of co-creation that you and certainly those you are working with have rarely experienced. And this is one of the opportunities you're galvanizing towards you. In the fourth house, the house of your home, your foundation, the Hanged One is describing the downtime that you require in order to understand really the magic, the creative, imaginative forces and energies that are swirling through you right now. You recognize that you have crossed some significant threshold, and for many of you, it relates to experiences of the past that keep cycling around, that you've always included in your sense of self, your sense of growth, but until now you had not understood or appreciated the value of those experiences fully. And now that you are aligning those experiences with where your soul mission is taking you, you're actually coming on the other side of this incredible transformation. And in order to maximize the opportunity you've manifested, you require some processing time. You require to step back from the activities around you, from the forward motion of things, from the emergence of interest and desire of others to include you in what they're working on, so that you can put these new experiences in a context that you recognize is simply you absorbing energies at a new level. You're still you. You haven't fundamentally changed, but you're changing the way you understand the same resources and talents you've always had. And in the seventh house of your significant others, the Three of Swords is a card that I actually like. I know it sounds strange, but this really is about this experience of the past, these many experiences. Perhaps some of them are relationship oriented. They relate to ways in which you have repeatedly been disappointed in others. This can be about your failures, something you were sure was going to work that didn't work. And you may have recognized within yourself a pattern of continually doing the same thing over and over again when it comes to your interest in another, your need or desire to dive into a project that you are excused from or excluded from in some way. You're taking responsibility for that and recognizing the things that you've done that have set up a disappointment, that have inclined you to go back over and over again to the same situations that rejected you in the past. And gaining a deeper understanding of how you're choosing opportunities, how you're choosing partners or friendships or relationships in general that is not serving you, that is not meshing with your purpose, that is not aligned with who you are and where you want to go or grow. So this is bringing you necessary clarity and alignment, a deeper understanding of why you are talented, what energies you're channeling into your creativity. So, we don't create from a place of joy and peace and happiness, because everything would be Hello Kitty then. I'm being a little bit sarcastic, but for many creatives, as well as the majority of people that are simply creative, we channel disappointments, we channel heartbreak, and the lessons we've learned from those. Those are so often the really meaningful, significant understandings that we gain from difficult experience. I'm going to pull for you a Soul's Journey card, and if this reading is resonating for you, Gemini, please like this video. Please share this with others if you're inclined to do so, and please subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot. I appreciate all of you that do. And I pulled the friendship card. I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. These cards are so lovely. I love the mandala energy that they portray on the card. And this is really getting directly to the point of not only friends you now choose, much more consciously aware of who you can work with, who is aligned with your values and principles, who is willing to do the work or has been doing the work to make themselves as solvent and individual as possible, and hence as independent as possible. So you want others who can think as freely as you can, who are not bound to, their allegiance is not bound to you or to others from a sense of lack. You're looking for other whole individuals who, like you, have done the work to stand on their own feet and are willing to work with you towards a greater goal. So this is a reflection, in fact, of your own relationship with yourself. In the first house, we have the Six of Wands clarified by the Knight of Swords. This is particularly relevant to you air sign people. This energy of the Knight of Swords is always curious, and I can't think of a more curious astrological sign than Gemini in general. So this is where curiosity underscores our most valiant attempts to be truthful. So when we're curious, we're erasing judgments and agendas, we're erasing expectations, and we're simply probing an area where we're interested in knowing more. And this approach to your commitments, your relationships, and your efforts overall is really liberating for you. The truth is what is in your sights. The truth automatically implies a desire to balance out energies, to be just, to be fair, to find justice, to look for justice in any opportunity that you bring to a community or a relationship. And this is really describing the ongoing effort that you invest in being curious about your own expectations. Where you once thought you understood how things worked or where they were going or your part in something, you have come to smash through those expectations through the work that you've done with your own unconscious energies. the really fearlessness and looking at the patterns that produce failures, heartbreaks, disappointments, and really allowing them to emerge into the light, into your higher consciousness as an opportunity to be responsible for your reality, so that you don't blame others for your own actions or the results that you've obtained. In the fourth house of your home, your foundation, we have the Magician, and this is the energy that was resonating for me in the very beginning. The Magician is absolutely one of your cards. Your ruling sign, Mercury, is definitely associated with the Magician card. This is the card of free will. Your free will has been unlocked, unmoored in the most positive way. It is connected to your heart. It is connected to your authentic self. And this is the energy of the sun writ large. This is where you are aiming yourself to not only be successful, to include others in that success in some sacred mission, but it's also about the joy that you bring, the joy that you experience in the process. This is that curious child experiencing the world protected and without any knowledge of what's supposed to happen. And that is incredibly liberating to you as you allow yourself to process this new experience of yourself, this new experience of your own resources and talents in the world, so that you're from a sacred, quiet space of your own contemplation, you are emerging as this directed, clear will, principle of will. In the seventh house of your significant others, the Three of Swords is clarified by the Judgment card. Whew. The lessons in your significant relationships, they can be not only with partners, romantic partners, spouses, but they can be with family members or friends. These are experiences you had to go through. There were lessons here that you had to learn, that you are still learning, because healing is not a finite experience. Some of us spend our whole lives learning a very concise lesson. Some of us spend parts of our lives learning a variety of different lessons. You're all different. We're all on different paths. But this is telling me that there is a significant relationship that you have practiced at over and over again. Perhaps you have met someone or had a passionate experience, opportunity that you recognized, or partially recognized anyway, in the moment of connection. But for one reason or another, it never reached fulfillment. And in fact, for many of you, though your relationship history may be checkered at best. I love the word checkered. So here and there, sometimes, and a little bit of this and a little bit of that, it feels like it has been absent in many ways, because the disappointments you've experienced have been so difficult for you, have been so profound, have been so devastating. The need for you to really understand how you can take part in keeping this devastation, this heartbreak from happening over and over again, is actually allowing you to reconnect in a way that is profoundly clear. And I'm imagining for many of you, this is about a partner. This can be a business partner and or a spouse who is similarly independent, similarly resourceful, aligned with your principles and your mission, and is willing to work with you or make clear the way for you to do the work that you need to do. This kind of support, this kind of deep, profound connection exist, as I said before, with family members. This can be with siblings. This can be someone who really empowers you by standing back and letting you be who you are. And perhaps they're catching up with you. In many cases, they're actively working with you, or they're actively protecting your space of work. So this is something that is helping to clarify your mission. Perhaps someone you meet is on a similar mission and galvanizes your sense of soul purpose. In the 10th house, the 7 of Cups is clarified by the Ace of Swords. Again, this is consistent with your element of air. This is your brilliant, quick mind that pursues, above all else at this time, truth. Understanding that indeed the truth will set you free. And of course, the sword of truth cuts both ways. Sometimes that illumination regarding ourselves, what we're really about, what our mission may be, at least in the present, can be jarring. It can be overwhelming. It can be a disappointment in some ways. However, that truth is also giving you a clear field, a clear spotlight on the field of activity that leads to your justice, to your harmony, to your balance, and the best way that you can activate your understanding of your life path and have an impact in your community. I'm going to finish up this reading, Gemini, with a crystal oracle, and we have, I love it when the cards spin around, the red tourmaline. The key word is passion. I am the embodiment of passion. If you've enjoyed this content, Gemini, check out this content. And until next time, namaste.